Hey, we're the Filmsmiths. I'm Zach.
I'm Nick.
And we're going to talk about movies. Today, we're going to talk about Gone Girl.
Also known as the movie.
Hey guys, just a heads up, this is a fairly new release, so we are going to talk about some spoilers in this video. If you don't want the movie spoiled, or you don't want to know any of the secret details, maybe skip this video for now, or we'll give you something to cue you, but they're coming.
But go watch the movie right now anyways, if you haven't seen it yet.
It's real good.
So Gone Girl is about Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike are a married couple, and they're pretty well off, but then financial problems, sick family members. They moved to Missouri. Bummer. Ben Affleck is off doing what he does, and he comes back. His wife is missing. There's like broken glass everywhere.
The classic break-in scene.
So then the investigation starts building up. Oh, where's my wife? But then Ben Affleck just his character reacts really weirdly to things.
The way Ben Affleck reacts to events in this movie, his character that is, really strange, and it makes it really interesting to watch because you never really get him pegged down. You right from the beginning you're like, oh my god, his wife got kidnapped, I'm on his side. But then as things sort of develop, you get a little suspicious, and then you're not so sure.
Maybe Ben Affleck took his wife. No, he didn't.
Right,
no, he did.
But it's not convoluted in a sense that it was poorly made. It's convoluted in the best way because it keeps you guessing and keeps you interested and keeps you excited.
And then you get flashbacks via Rosamund Pike's diary of her, like when they first meet and then when they first get married and so on and so forth, that starts to reveal details that make you even less sure of all of the characters in the film.
Let's just say you might have an unreliable narrator sometimes.
So Gone Girl, of course, is directed by David Fincher, known to most people as the director of Fight Club, Seven, Social Network, things like that. His directorial style is very noticeable here. A lot of the shot composition just looks very much like David Fincher. His color palette's got a lot of dark. Gold is really prevalent in this, and it just kind of feels uneasy, which is great for setting up the thriller. What do you think?
This movie was long, almost 2.5 hours, but
Didn't care.
Didn't even care. It was so exciting. It kept me interested the whole time. That's tough to do. I had to pee for like the last 2 hours of the film, and I couldn't.
Most of it.
That's most of it. But I refused to leave just because I didn't want to miss something. Because you never know when something big's gonna come. You're always waiting for that big reveal, for the big plot twist, for whatever. And boy, ugh.
I didn't look at the time once because I didn't care. I was fully engaged the whole time. Acting. Ben Affleck, very, very good in his role. Very just a subtle touch of creepy untrustworthiness. Real good. Rosamund Pike. Oh, she crazy.
Yeah, she not subtle creepiness.
First big role that I can think of. Oh, she crazy. You have Neil Patrick Harris in a smaller role.
Yep.
Playing against type, not real charming, very creepy.
Yeah, weirdo, playing a weirdo.
You have Tyler Perry playing against type as a man in this film.
Also being good. Also being
real charming. Liked him a lot.
Charming and fun.
Let's talk about awards potential. I think Gone Girl is a contender for most of the big awards. I think it can probably get a Best Picture nomination.
Animated short.
Probably Best Director. I mean, Ben Affleck could get an acting nomination. I don't think so. I think Rosamund Pike probably will at this point. Cinematography, adapted screenplay, music. You've got Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, who did The Social Network and won the Oscar for that. The music was really good. You want to talk about that for a second? Yeah,
music was real great. It's a very well-made score. Really subtle, for those of you who know about music, they'd have these long sustained, like major chords, but then like dissonance would just sort of creep in and get this like really this really grinding dissonant minor chord, but just like for a few seconds and it come back to major, and so you don't really notice it actively.
There were a couple times where it happened and I thought I might have made it up to make the scene a little creepier in my head. No, it's there.
Oh, it's real there.
So for the reviews.
They want their number, Nick. What do you got? What do you give it?
I don't have any real negatives about Gone Girl. I was fully engaged the entire time. I loved the acting. I loved the cinematography. Everything just looked really great. Good thriller. I had no idea what was going on, but in a good way. I couldn't figure it out. I'm gonna have to give Gone Girl a 10 out of 10. Very good. Would watch again.
And I'll give it 26 Tyler Perrys.
not in a dress. So if you've seen Gone Girl, you should leave a comment. Let us know what you think, if you agree, disagree. If you would like to talk to us about future films to review, in the description box below will be our Twitter handles. You can talk to us there.
Social media.
Well, we're the Filmsmiths. I'm Nick.
And I'm Zach.
See you next time.